Hello Aquarius, here's a reading for you for the time beginning with total solar eclipse that is going to begin in just a few hours from now. So great event for those of you who can see it, and a lot of people may see it this time. A very strongly populated area. And I envy you, because here in Europe I won't be able to see it. But okay, the energy is influencing all the world. So this is for all of you having your sun, your moon, or your rising sign in the sign of Aquarius. Your cards are already shuffled. One more thing, I ask you to watch the introductional video that is in the header of channel, and I will also link it below because it's quite important what I say there, and this would be, I think it's good to know what's going on, because a lot is going on, not only this total solar eclipse of today, but also many other things, important things happening in the sky these days. Okay, let's begin. Please guide me for Aquarius. This is for you. I will use my heptapod spread that I invented after I saw the Arrival, a film Arrival, that I recommend very much. Great food for thought, I think. So as you can see, it has 8 cards altogether, not 7, but there are 7 directions. First, let's look at the overall energy, the background energy of the universe now for you. It's 6 of Wands, so victorious card, victorious energy, feeling of being appreciated and appreciating yourself, really acquiring something important and being recognized for it, not only by you but also by the others. Very nice energy, and the Empress at the bottom, so perhaps it has something to do with your creativity. Okay, let's look. At the very center is you at the moment. 5 of Pentacles. So you may feel in a lack of something. You may feel there's not enough for you. You may feel cold, desolated, not supported, hungry, not only physically but metaphorically hungry for things. Some obstacles is what I feel. Like there is a short or longer pause, a hiatus in this feeling of flow. Something's stuck here, like tumbling on your way. What's going on? There's this feeling of anxiety here also with this 5 of Pentacles. Of course, 5s are tipping points. They are very important on your journey, because when you encounter difficulty, the way you overcome it teaches you a lot and shows you things about yourself that you need to understand. So how do you cope with this 5 of Pentacles? How will you cope? How will you end this? It doesn't mean you don't need to focus on this. No, be in it. Be in this energy of lack, of longing for something. Let's look what's above you, and by above you I mean quite literally. What's the energy coming from above for you? It may be external. It's 4 of Swords, and this is your energy, the energy of air. Very meditative and peaceful, like getting rest from something. very peaceful state of mind after a very difficult energy of Three of Swords, and before even more difficult energy of Five of Swords. You have Four of Swords, a stable point, a temporary release. You may rest a lot. You may heal, because this is very healing energy. It's also, for me in this deck, it's also connected with saying goodbye to something. Saying goodbye to some idea about you, about the world, perhaps the idea that was difficult. Getting peaceful about it. No matter if it's freshly acquired or freshly abandoned, but you're getting peaceful about it. And this is the gift from above, this peaceful, meditative energy for Aquarius, of Swords. Let's look what's coming to the past. Perhaps this is the thing you say goodbye to, or where you coming from to this Five of Pentacles. What's your, what was before that? It's Nine of Wands. So you may feel overwhelmed and you may feel tired. This card is very often called the Wounded Warrior energy. So you're almost at the end of the journey here. And from some point of view, this is very creative energy. This is the top of your creating force. In one of my decks, this card is called the Eye of a Fire. So you're burning, you're really burning, and you may feel almost burned out. That's why Wounded Warrior come here. But it's all about loyalty and being really faithful, believing in what you do, and standing a little longer. So perhaps that's why you feel empty now, because it required a lot of energy to withstand this, lots of courage, because it's also about courage. One of the most beautiful cards. Like the stamina, it's really a warrior here. Let's see, what's your challenge? What's your weakness, perhaps? Because this is the most difficult part of the reading. Something that has the answer here, how to cope with it. But first, let's look, what is this weak point of yours? Two of Chalices, so partnership. So that's the story. When I look at this card, what I see is the eclipse. So this eclipse, and this is quite understandable, it's in Leo. Leo is your opposite sign. Like male and female. Masculine, feminine. Sun and moon. Merging, but opposing also. It's this energy of North Node in Leo and South Node in your sign, in Aquarius. It's very much connected. So this is a challenge. Partnership, not only love partnership, but all kinds of partnerships. Being together. Merging opposites. Seeing yourself in the other in a different way. Perhaps the theme is, it always is in partnerships, but this may be very underlined by this energy of solar eclipse, is how to maintain your own happiness within a couple, within a partnership with someone, how to be yourself, how to stay in yourself, focused in yourself, not to be drawn to the other too much, not to live somebody else's life. Although you may love them, you may want to merge, but how to maintain your own personality, your own, uniqueness. Because the closer you are, the more difficult it is to stay separate on some level. And this is necessary to stay separate. To be one on some level, but to stay separate on another. A very difficult task, Aquarius, I feel. Not to dive too much into the other. You're able to do this, I know this. But the question is not to become dissolved in the other. Because what the other appreciates is you. And they don't want you to disappear. They don't want you to dissolve. No, they don't. You become one and then you separate. Like today. The sun and the moon, they become one and they come apart. Okay. Beautiful. Let's look. What's the answer to this challenge? The Page of Swords. So again, energy of swords. The Page of Swords is, I think, very much about communicating here. Acquiring knowledge. Being ready to acquire knowledge. Sometimes that comes from above. This knowledge, like this book is given to this page. But this is youthful, energetic, optimistic energy. Like a new chapter of communication. New chapter of understanding. Perhaps this eclipse is needed for you to understand something. To understand your separateness and the need to be separate. And the value of being separate. It doesn't mean you need to close your heart. It doesn't mean you're not supposed to share. Yeah, you are. But to share, you need to stay yourself, if you know what I mean. Because when you dissolve in someone, there's nothing to share anymore. There's nothing to reflect. Okay? What's your strength, Aquarius? The Hanged Man. Well, this is water. Watery energy. Flow. The world is flowing around the Hanged Man. And he's like, yeah, he's diving deep, but not too deep. He's diving to gain another perspective. He can sacrifice something to gain even more. So he's doing it on purpose. This is, this is important here. You can sacrifice things. You can dive deep. You can see the world upside down, but do it for purpose. Do it purposefully, and you will, because that's your strength. To be able to, like detach yourself for a moment from the flow of the world and see it from the broader perspective, perhaps. I almost feel like quite unique opportunity to stop time. You know, when you pull yourself out of the flow of time and you look for a while, like in slow motion, or even the film stops for a while, and you just, you have this precious moment when you can look very deep into each detail to really take a good look on something. This is your strength. You can really look deep into something in this state with no harm to your everyday life, everyday duties. This is, there's wisdom in this card for me, together with, especially with this card. There's something you need to see, and you will be able to see it with great wisdom. Okay? Okay, Aquarius, what to focus on? Personally, in this spread, for me, this is the most important card, because this shows me where to put my attention, where to put my strength, what direction should I follow. Okay? The Star. And this is your card, so this is very much about being you. The Star, again, it's about healing, so there's something healed here. A deep wound, perhaps, regarding relationships in your life. All these wounds, all these lacks will be healed. Focus on hope. And focus on this revolutionary thought that the universe is on your side, actually. It's not like our culture tells us that the world is hostile. People are hostile. No, they are not. The world is on your side. The universe is on your side. It's guiding you. It's giving you plenty of opportunities. It's showing you many paths. You choose one of them. But each one can teach you something about yourself. And this knowledge is meaningful, and this knowledge is soothing. It's healing. You're going into right direction, and focus on this. Focus, I would even say, focus on what you feel is your greatest call. Yeah, that's the word. What's calling you the most? Hear it. Trust it and go for it. Go after this voice. This is the time. You can be the star to someone, is also what I feel. It's not only about you here. That's why this 2 is here. And also, when I see the star in the Aquarius reading, it also indicates that you should focus on yourself, on the way you are, on who you are, on your, deepest feeling of what's your core. Perhaps taking a deep look into you, it can be, right? Who am I? Who am I to be with the other? What have I to offer? Who am I to this person? First, you need to know, who am I to myself? But you're guided, remember this. A beautiful card to focus on, really. And now the final card, which I don't like to call the outcome, because the outcome suggests that it's, written in stone, set in stone, that you cannot change it, which is not true. First of all, it's only a part of your journey. Perhaps it's something that needs to be highlighted. Perhaps that's something demanding. Perhaps that's something not easily accepted by you. Perhaps this is something that would go unnoticed if I didn't tell you. So treat it as a vista, as a view into the future, and not as something, said and done for eternity. It's not. It's just a part of your journey. Your life is much more than this one card, and you know it. Okay? The Page of Pentacles. Taurus had it in exactly the same position, and I like it because Page of Pentacles is pure earth, and earthy energy is something that Aquarius sometimes needs very much, especially when you're very much in your head. But I don't think you are. These energies are quite balanced. The Page of Pentacles talks about being very much in the body, being very much in the material realm, physical part of existence, knowing who you are, knowing your worth, knowing the worth of things above you and below you and around you, enjoying life when you look at it, enjoying these material, palpable aspects of life. She's delighted with those grapes. So, Aquarius, this seems like a call. Be delighted with your life because you're given much. You've been given much. And you have this beautiful opportunity here to recognize it and to enjoy it after the time of being desolate and hungry and cold. Finally, getting peaceful about it. Getting peaceful about something difficult takes place. And this feeling of lack, I think it can be overwhelmed with your own energy, the energy of the call for something better, the vision, because the Aquariuses are visionaries. So be a visionary, you are. You have a very deep insight into who you are this time. Enjoy who you are, Aquarius. I wish you a beautiful time, a wonderful time. I wish you use it the best way possible. I wish you all the best. Thank you for your time, and bye-bye.